Hey all, welcome back to another video of Art and Craft a Hobby. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make a quilled card. To make this card, we would need some quilling strips of different colors, quilling needle, glue, transparency sheet, and a cardstock. So let's begin. First, I'm going to show you how to make this cute little fillers, for which I've taken a magenta quilling strip and making a 4-fold. I have glued the two halves at one end and I'll start making curls at the other open end. So I'll make two curls to one side and two curls on the other side. We now have two V-scrolls. I'll join the V-scrolls by gluing in between. I have a tight coil made with quarter of a pink strip which I'll be gluing in between the V-scroll, and our fillers are ready. I'll now make some leaves, for which I'll need 5 Marquise coils to make each leaf. I'll take a green strip and make a open coil and shape it into a Marquise. I already have 4 more such coils which I'll glue together to make a leaf. You can increase or decrease the length of the leaf depending on your project by adding as many coils as you need. Our leaf is now ready. I'm now making a swirl, for which I've used magenta and pink strips. These are the colors I've used in the flowers as well. So here I have 3 halves of magenta and 3 halves of pink. I'm arranging the strips with alternating colors and I'll simultaneously glue them at one end only. While the glued end is yet to dry, I'll make a coil as I'm showing in the video. This will help to hold the shape of the swirl. So I'll make the coil throughout the end. So once it's coiled, I'll just hold it for a few seconds and then release the coil. So now we have the shape. I'll now start pulling the strips to arrange it for the swirly effect. For this card, I'm making 2 swirls of different sizes. So pull all the strips to ensure they are separated in the swirl. Once done, you can either glue all the strips at one point and cut off the extra, or you can glue the ends as it is and make a coil out of the remaining portion. I'm going to retain the extra strips and make a coil out of it. So make the coil while the glue is yet to dry completely, and our swirls are now ready. I'm now making the petals for our flower. For each petal I'll need 3 strips, 1 magenta and 2 pink. I'll start coiling from the magenta color. So magenta is going to be the center of the coil, lined by pink. I'll now make an open coil as I'm showing and glue the end. So this is a coil of 3 strips. To make the shape of the petal, I'll first make a teardrop, hold the tip of the teardrop and push the rest of the coil towards the teardrop. And our petal is ready. I have 4 more such petals which I'll be joining to make the flower. So the flower I'm making now has 3 layers. This is the first layer. For the second layer, I'll be using a coil made out of 2 strips, one strip of magenta and one of pink. As you increase the size of the petals, it's always good to increase the layers of petals as well, because that's going to give a nice bloomy look to the flower, else it's going to be very blank. Our first layer of flower is now ready. So that's the third layer. The third layer is made with half of magenta and half strip of dark pink. For the second layer, I have used the dark pink on the outer side and light pink on the inner side. So this gives a nice contrast. So to glue the layers, I am placing the tip of the second layer between the 2 petals of first layer. Similarly, I'm placing the third layer. To make the pistil or the center of the flower, I have a tight coil made out of pink, which I'll make it into a dome shape and glue it to the center of the flower. Our flowers are now ready. For the smaller flowers, first layer I've used 2 strips to make the coil, and the second layer I've used 3/4 strips each and half strip each to make the smaller petals. I'm now arranging the flowers and leaves to make the card. So first I'll be gluing the leaves to the transparency sheet, and I'll now assemble the flowers. This is going to be the first part. For the biggest flower, I'm using 3 leaves. I'll be using remaining leaves and the swirls to the smaller flowers. So this is completely up to your imagination. Because I'm doing it on a transparency sheet, I don't want to make it into bits. So I'm ensuring there is a connectivity between each flower. So I'm joining the flowers as well. The same flowers, the same set of materials, whatever we have, can be arranged in multiple ways, which I'll be showing at the end of the video. This is just one way. So for the final layer or final set of flower, I'm putting the swirl on the opposite side. The swirl and the leaf positions are interchanged. So this is the reason I had retained the coil in the swirl, so that I'll be able to place the flower on top of the coil. And now our fillers. So each of the filler, I'll be joining it with the leaves. I have 5 fillers and 5 leaves. You can make more numbers of leaves or fillers as per your wish. I have some tight coils made with 1/4 strips of magenta shade, which I'll be gluing alongside the pink strip of the swirl. I'm just giving this finishing to one of the swirl. Final touch to the design is done, and it's now ready to be pasted on a card of our choice. This is one more way of arranging the flowers, wherein the bigger flower is in the center. This is another way wherein all the 3 flowers are not aligned in a straight line. Hope you all liked today's video. If you did, please do hit the like button, do share and subscribe to Art and Craft a Hobby. Keep supporting art and craft a hobby, and thanks for watching.